What if I told you that right now, as we speak, there is an aircraft being developed that will make every other fighter jet in the world completely obsolete? That the United States is about to unveil a weapon system so advanced it doesn't just defeat enemy aircraft, it makes them irrelevant? This is not science fiction, folks. This is the Boeing F-47 NGAD. And what you're about to discover will change everything you thought you knew about air combat. Welcome to Titan Horizon, your front row seat to the next chapter in aviation dominance. Stick with me, because we're going to reveal why military experts are calling this the biggest leap in air combat since the jet engine itself. This is not just another fighter. This is America's declaration that the future of air dominance will be written right here. Why America needs this game changer. First, let's address the billion-dollar question. Why does America need a new fighter when we already have the incredible F-22 Raptor and F-35 Lightning? Here's the deal. The world has changed dramatically. China's J-20 and Russia's Su-57 are not just copies anymore, they're legitimate fifth-generation threats. But here's the real game changer. The F-47 is not just an aircraft, it's an entire combat ecosystem. We're talking about a mothership commanding loyal wingman drones. Over 1,000 drones plan to support each manned fighter. That means one pilot can control an entire aerial strike force. Let that sink in for a moment.
Consider the pilot in that cockpit. A single human being, their hand on the stick, but their reach extends for hundreds of miles. They are no longer just a pilot. They are a battle director. With a quiet command, they can dispatch a swarm of loyal wingmen to saturate enemy air defenses, creating corridors of chaos for other assets to strike. They can send a drone ahead, its sensors becoming their eyes, peering over the horizon into denied territory, painting a target for a hypersonic missile launched from a ship far over the sea. This is the power of the F-47's ecosystem. It turns one aviator into a squadron commander, a strategist in the sky. But to understand the necessity, you have to look at the battlefield of tomorrow. It doesn't just penetrate the bubble. It collapses the bubble from the inside out. Its drones are the expendable, intelligent spearhead, absorbing risk so our pilots don't have to. They are the ultimate force multiplier, ensuring that for the first time in a peer conflict, mass is on our side. We can bring overwhelming firepower to the fight without overwhelming risk to our people. This is not just about air-to-air combat. This is about the very fabric of modern warfare. In the South China Sea or the skies over Eastern Europe, the first move in any major conflict won't be a dogfight. It will be a blinding, a cyber attack on our networks, a satellite killer, taking out our eyes in space. The F-47 is built for that contested, degraded environment. Its AI is designed to keep fighting, to keep processing, even when the data links to command are compromised. It's a system that can think for itself, granting our pilots the priceless advantage of decision-making speed in the OODA, the observe, orient, decide, act cycle that wins battles. We are at a pivotal moment. The F-22 was a revolutionary leap, a masterpiece of its era, but the era has changed. To rest on that legacy is to risk it. The F-47 represents the next great chapter in American air dominance, a testament to our unwavering spirit of innovation. It's about giving our Air Force the tools not just to win, but to dominate so decisively that no adversary would ever dare challenge the integrity of our skies or our allies. So, How do you build a machine capable of carrying this immense responsibility? Let's peel back the skin and see what makes this predator tick. At its heart lies an adaptive cycle engine that doesn't just produce thrust, it breathes intelligently. Imagine a power plant that can morph its very architecture in mid-flight. On a long, silent stalk over the Pacific, it's a fuel-sipping marvel, granting it incredible range and persistence. But when a threat emerges, it transforms. It becomes a raging beast, gulping air and unleashing raw power that would tear a conventional engine apart. This isn't just more horsepower. It's a mechanical chameleon, giving our pilots a physiological edge. But how does a machine this powerful hide? The answer is in its skin. We're beyond radar-absorbent paint. The F-47 is sheathed in metamaterials, a skin that can actively manipulate electromagnetic waves. Think of it as a million tiny processors across the airframe, not just absorbing radar pings, but deciding what to send back. It can mimic the signature of a commercial airliner or scatter the energy into digital noise, leaving an enemy analyst staring at a screen that shows nothing. It's a ghost in the machine, literally, and its senses are just as profound. Its distributed aperture system is not just a set of cameras. It's a spherical, unblinking eye that sees in every spectrum simultaneously. It can detect a missile launch from over the horizon by its heat plume and geolocate a ground target through radio waves, all while its onboard electronic warfare suite listens, analyzes, and prepares to deliver a silent, targeted counterpunch that fries an enemy's electronics before they even know we're there. So, we've built the ultimate individual predator. But what happens when its mind is multiplied across a digital pack?
The F-47 has a combat radius exceeding 1,000 nautical miles. That's about 70% more than the F-22 Raptor. In practical terms, this means it can operate deep in contested territories without constant refueling. Then there's the adaptive cycle engine, either the General Electric XA-102 or Pratt & Whitney XA-103. These engines can literally reconfigure themselves in flight, optimizing for fuel efficiency during long cruises, then shifting to maximum power for combat situations. But here's where it gets really interesting. Directed energy weapons. We're talking about laser systems and high-power microwaves that engage targets at the speed of light. No more worrying about running out of missiles when your primary weapon is limited only by electrical power. Now let's talk about what really sets the F-47 apart, the artificial intelligence and drone coordination that changes everything. Imagine this. You're a pilot in the F-47, and you've got a team of AI-powered drones flying with you. These aren't just remote-controlled aircraft. They're smart wingmen that can think, adapt, and make decisions in milliseconds. According to Pentagon reports, this combat cloud system means the F-47 pilot becomes more of a quarterback than a traditional pilot. You're calling the plays while your AI wingmen execute the missions, whether it's electronic warfare, reconnaissance, or strike operations. These drones can be deployed in swarms, overwhelming enemy defenses through sheer numbers and coordination. While the enemy is busy dealing with the drones, the F-47 remains undetected, planning the next move.
This is where the silicon mind meets the warrior spirit. The AI in the F-47 isn't just a tool. It's a collaborative consciousness. We've moved beyond simple remote control into the realm of delegated authority. Imagine this. A pilot, call sign Apollo, is tasked with neutralizing an integrated air defense network. He doesn't manually fly each drone. Instead, he simply tells his AI, clear a path to the primary target, In that moment, the AI becomes a battlefield maestro. It autonomously dispatches a pair of electronic warfare drones to blind enemy radars, sends a hunter-killer pair to eliminate surface-to-air batteries, and positions a sensor drone to provide a live, God's-eye view of the entire battlespace. Apollo isn't drowning in data. He's empowered by a distilled, crystalline picture of victory. This requires a level of trust that redefines the pilot's role. These drones operate on a foundation of combat logic so advanced they can perform reactive maneuvers and target prioritization in nanoseconds, far faster than any human ever could. They aren't just following orders, they're interpreting intent. In a chaotic dogfight, a pilot might focus on the primary threat, while his AI wingmen are simultaneously defending the mothership, jamming enemy missiles, and lining up the perfect kill shot on a secondary target. It's a seamless, lethal dance of man and machine. But to command such a fleet, you need a nervous system that can't be severed. This brings us to the most vulnerable and most revolutionary part of the system. Achieving hypersonic speed is not just about raw power. It's a battle against the sky itself. At Mach 5 and above, the very air becomes an enemy. Friction heats the F-47's skin to temperatures that would liquefy conventional alloys. So how does our jet survive? Its leading edges are forged from a ceramic composite matrix, a high-tech shield that glows with a faint, menacing cherry-red radiance, not as a sign of failure, but as a badge of dominance. It's not just enduring the heat, it's mastering it. Inside the cockpit, the pilot is insulated from this fury, but not from the sensation of ultimate velocity. The world outside is not a blur. It's a stark, stretched tableau. The curvature of the Earth becomes visible on the edge of the canopy. At these velocities, the jet isn't just flying. It's punching through the atmosphere in calculated leaps. This speed is our ultimate tactical shield. An enemy launch is detected. A missile that would be inescapable for any other aircraft is now rendered trivial. With a subtle command, the F-47 simply steps aside. It can outrun threats and outmaneuver them in a geometric plane no other fighter can even access. It owns the battle space in 4 dimensions. But to make this ghost truly unbeatable, it must first become utterly invisible.
Now, let's talk about speed. And I'm not talking about going fast. I'm talking about hypersonic speed that changes the very nature of air combat. The F-22 Raptor is no slouch. It can hit Mach 2.25. But the F-47? We're looking at hypersonic capabilities, Mach 5 and above. That's New York to London in under 60 minutes. But here's what most people don't understand about hypersonic flight. It's not just about getting there faster. At these speeds, you're essentially creating your own defense system. Enemy missiles literally can't catch you, and air defense systems can't track you effectively. Think about it like this. If F-22 is a sports car, the F-47 is a spacecraft. The difference is not just quantitative, it's qualitative. You're playing a completely different game.
True stealth is no longer just about being a shadow. It's about being a shapeshifter. Imagine a skin for our F-47 that's alive with billions of microscopic actuators. This is no passive coating. It's an active, intelligent membrane. As an enemy radar array sweeps the sky, these microcells physically deform, creating a surface that can subtly curve and angle itself in real time to scatter incoming radar energy into nothingness. It doesn't just avoid detection. It actively dismantles the very attempt to find it. This is our stealth edge, a chameleon that adapts its electronic fingerprint with every passing millisecond. But invisibility to radar is only one layer of the cloak. We've also conquered silence. The acoustic signature is suppressed to a whisper you'd mistake for the wind, even at close range. and its thermal output is managed by a circulatory system more complex than the human body, channeling and masking the immense heat of its engines. To an infrared sensor, the F-47 might appear as a brief, fleeting distortion in the atmosphere, a ghost that leaves no trace in the visual, radar, or thermal spectrum. In a real-world scenario, this means an enemy battery could be completely operational one moment, and the next, their entire network is blind. Their sensors fried by a high-power microwave burst from a source they never saw coming. The F-47 doesn't just avoid the kill chain. It silently moves to its very center and severs it with surgical precision. But what good is the ultimate shield without the ultimate sword?
Now, let's discuss what might be the most incredible feature, the next generation stealth that makes the F-47 virtually invisible. The F-22 revolutionized stealth with its angles and materials. The F-35 improved it with better sensors. But the F-47? It takes stealth to a whole new level with adaptive camouflage and metamaterials. What does that mean? This aircraft can change its radar signature in flight. One moment it looks like a commercial airliner on enemy radar, the next moment it disappears completely. It's like having an invisibility cloak that you can turn on and off. But it goes beyond radar. We're talking about thermal signature management that makes it invisible to infrared sensors, and acoustic stealth that makes it quieter than current generation aircraft. This isn't just stealth. This is ghost technology.
The leap from our 5th-gen Guardians to the F-47 is not an upgrade. It's an evolution of purpose. Think of the F-22 Raptor as the ultimate samurai, a peerless, individual duelist, unmatched in close combat. The F-35 Lightning is the master spy, a brilliant intelligence gatherer, the eyes and ears of the battle space. The F-47? It is the 4-star general. It doesn't replace their roles. It absorbs their essence and commands them. It possesses the Raptor's raw kinetic dominance, but channels it through the Lightning's godlike awareness, creating a consciousness of the battlefield that is greater than the sum of its parts. This quantum leap is felt most acutely in the cockpit. An F-22 or F-35 pilot is a master operator, a brilliant tactician reacting to threats. The F-47 pilot is a strategist, an orchestrator. Our next-gen jet sensor fusion doesn't just present data, it presents conclusions. While a legacy system might show 10 tracks, the F-47's AI highlights the 2 that are an imminent threat and has already cued defensive measures through its drone wingman. It's the difference between reading a map and being given turn-by-turn navigation to victory. Furthermore, its maintenance footprint is a fraction of its predecessors, where the F-22 demands hours of delicate care for every hour in the sky. The F-47 is built for a warfighter's tempo, designed for rapid turnaround and relentless availability, ensuring our Sky Guardians are always ready when the call comes. But what is the ultimate strategic consequence of fielding such an overwhelming force?
So, how does the F-47 stack up against the legends currently guarding our skies? Let me put it this way. If the F-22 is the master of air dominance and the F-35 is the master of information, the F-47 is the master of both, and then some. Against the F-22 Raptor, we're looking at not just better stealth, but revolutionary stealth. The F-47 uses metamaterials that can change their radar signature in flight. It can appear as a commercial airliner one moment and disappear completely the next. Against the F-35 Lightning, while the F-35 dominates information warfare, the F-47 takes it to another level with artificial intelligence co-pilots that process information thousands of times faster than humans. The pilot becomes a battle manager rather than just an operator. Here's a real-world example. While an F-35 might detect and engage one target at a time, the F-47 with its drone wingmen could simultaneously engage multiple targets across hundreds of miles. That's the difference between being a sharpshooter and commanding an entire army.
The true power of the F-47 is not measured in Mach numbers or stealth coefficients, but in the chilling calculation it forces in the minds of our adversaries. This is about what strategists call deterrence, but I call it creating an unthinkable scenario. Imagine a situation in the Taiwan Strait or the Baltic Sea, where a potential aggressor is poised to make a move. In the past, they calculated the balance of power. Now, they must calculate against a ghost. They have to ask, is an F-47 there? And if it is, are its drones already woven into our airspace? Listening, watching, waiting? It introduces a shadow of doubt so profound it paralyzes aggression before the first shot is even considered. This is our ultimate shield. This strategic impact reshapes the global chessboard. For our allies, it's a tangible promise. The F-47's vast range means we can project power and provide a protective umbrella from sovereign bases, without putting a massive logistical footprint on their soil. It's a silent, steadfast guarantee that speaks louder than any treaty. For our warfighters, it's about coming home. Every technological leap in this jet, from its drone wingmen taking the most hazardous roles to its ability to evade entire air defenses, is about reducing risk. It's about ensuring our sons and daughters have the ultimate advantage, not just in firepower, but in survivability. This machine is a testament to a simple, unwavering belief that the courage of the American warrior shall be backed by the pinnacle of human innovation. This is more than a new aircraft. It is a declaration of the future we are building today.
The F-35 Lightning costs $85 million. The F-22 Raptor will set you back $150 million. Meanwhile, the F-47 NGAD comes in at around $300 million. Now I know what you're thinking. That's crazy expensive. But here's where the math gets interesting. One F-47 with its drone wingman can do the job that used to require 5 F-35s. It's like buying one supercomputer that can handle what used to take 5 regular computers. And when we talk about operational costs, the F-47's advanced engines and self-repair capabilities could actually make it cheaper in the long run. Some experts suggest it might pay for itself within a decade. Folks, this is not just about a new aircraft. This is the final chapter in America's 50-year quest for air dominance. When the F-15 Eagle first took flight in 1974, it was something the world had never seen before. A fighter built for one purpose only: to rule the skies. Then, in 1997, the F-22 Raptor changed the game completely. The first stealth fighter that could take out enemies without them ever knowing what hit them. It was like watching magic happen in the air. But every dynasty needs an heir. The F-47 NGAD is that heir. This is not just an upgrade, people. This is a whole new philosophy. Just like gunpowder made the sword obsolete, the F-47 is about to make current generation fighters history. Now, let's fast forward to a scenario from the future, the year 2035, the South China Sea. It's nighttime, stars are shining bright. An F-47 with 6 drone wingmen enters disputed airspace. On enemy radar screens, all they see are commercial airliners. They have no idea they're being played. The F-47's adaptive stealth system is making it look like a Boeing 747. Then, suddenly, the situation changes. Hidden air defense systems activate, but the F-47's AI co-pilot already knows. It's sending commands to the drone wingmen. 4 drones initiate electronic warfare, 2 others move in with strike missiles. The F-47 stays invisible, collecting data. All of this happens in 10 seconds flat. The enemy never even figures out where the attack came from. This is the future of warfare, where victory means winning without being seen, striking without risk of being hit, and defeating the enemy while keeping our pilots safe. So what does all this mean for global security? With a program value exceeding $20 billion and the United States Air Force planning for at least 200 units, the F-47 represents America's commitment to maintaining air superiority for the next half-century. In the Pacific theater, where distances are vast and threats are growing, the F-47's incredible range and drone coordination capabilities make it the perfect tool for protecting American interests and supporting our allies. As we bring this exploration to a close, remember this. The Boeing F-47 NGAD represents more than just military hardware. It represents American innovation, determination, and our unwavering commitment to maintaining peace through strength. When you see this incredible aircraft taking to the skies in the coming years, you'll understand that you're witnessing history in the making. You're seeing the next chapter of American air power being written. If this deep dive into the future of air combat got you as excited as it got me, do me a solid, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video with anyone who cares about national security and cutting-edge technology. We're constantly bringing you the most exciting content about military technology and defense innovations. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss our next breakdown. This is not just the future of air combat. This is the future of American security, and it's a future we're building today. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.